Welcome to another edition of BNL Coaches Corner. This week we discuss BNL football with assistant coach Jason Webb. We talked to 3 BNL seniors, and we discussed the BNL tennis team coming off their most successful season in program history. We'll be right back with BNL coach Jason Webb after this.
Get your feet moving and dance on down to Bedford Ford Lincoln Roush. Our selection, sales, and service are a hit. For the best in award-winning vehicles and quality care, cut loose and visit us today.
Welcome back to BNL Coaches Corner. We are joined tonight by BNL assistant coach Jason Webb, in 11th season now with the BNL football program, in charge of the defensive backs. Coach, thanks for joining us tonight. Despite some close losses lately, the team has not lost enthusiasm. How did they keep that going? 3-4 is not a bad year. Could have been better, but they have not lost that passion.
Well, winning is the ultimate goal. So if you keep that goal in mind, which the team has done, you strive each week to get better, to do things that are going to help you win on Friday nights.
Injuries are starting to pile up. They always do this time of season. Is there a lot of adjusting now that's going on, not only defensively but within the whole team, because there are some people that are hurt and some people have to step up into the void?
There's been some adjusting, a couple kids moving. Joe Jackson's moving back to corner this week. Cole Matthews has moved to outside linebacker. So yeah, there's been some adjusting, but like Coach Weber said after the game last Friday, it's next man up mentality.
What do you expect at Madison? Both teams view this as a winnable game. Both need to build momentum for the sectional, and you're going on the road. So how do you view the game at Madison on Friday night?
I think we've prepared well for Madison. They're going to throw some different formations at us offensively. We've gone over all those in practice. Again, kids are prepared for different positions, next man up type of thing, just being able to adjust to their formations and the things that they do and reacting.
As a defensive back coach, they do have a formidable passing attack. Yes. One of the best receivers in the conference. So what are you specifically preparing for that part of their offense?
Just doing what you're supposed to do. Your techniques, your back pedal, turn and go, cutting routes down. Just things that you're taught every day and you drill every day.
What about the sectional? We drew a rematch with Floyd Central. We're going to have a few weeks to get ready for that. 2 more regular season games, a bye week, and then the sectional game. What about the rematch with Floyd Central? How excited is that to get a second chance at a team during the season?
That's very exciting. Coming in, somebody that beat us at home. We're fortunate enough to get them at home again. We've seen what they've got. They're a power team. They're going to run it at us just like they did. Feel like some things we should have improved on in that game. You give us a chance to improve on those things and come out again and try to get a little bit of revenge.
Coach, thanks for coming on this program. We appreciate it. We'll be right back with 3 BNL seniors after this.
Whatever you desire in a vehicle, you can find it at Bedford Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Save and smile when you visit us today.
Welcome back to BNL Coaches Corner. We are joined now by 3 Bedford North Lawrence seniors. Will Hayes, a senior offensive lineman, Logan McDonald, a defensive end and a member of the special teams, and Jacob Ramsey, a defensive back. Guys, thanks for coming on the program. For any one of you, the regular season is winding down and senior night is getting pretty close. Are you starting to get emotional about that yet? Logan, you can take that question.
I've not really thought about it yet, but when I think about it now that you asked, I'm getting pretty emotional about it.
Why does that emotion bubble up, guys? I mean, you've seen other people go through it with the program, seniors ahead of you last year, the year before, and saw how they handle it. But why does that emotion come forward now, you think?
Just knowing since I've been playing since 2nd grade and knowing this is my last year I'll ever play, it just makes me really emotional and sad, I guess.
What have you enjoyed the most about playing football? Why did you play?
Just be out and have a good time, and the brotherhood of having your teammates and being closer to them just really brings it all together.
Now, as seniors, you are supposed to be leaders on the football team, and there are several seniors on the team, but each one of you has a leadership role. How do you go about showing that leadership on a team, especially with a young group that's behind you?
Just show them what to do in practice so they can look after you and just be a good example to them.
What about you guys? Because you've watched seniors before you come through and say, hey, this is how to do it, or maybe not, this is how not to do it. So what have you learned from them, and how do you try to adapt to that?
They just show me not to be like mean to the younger guys, and just show them how to get through practice, and like tell them it's not going to be that bad, and just help them get through it.
How important is a good performance and a win on Friday night in Madison?
Very important. When we win, get the win, because we want to. Getting momentum going into sectional is going to be very important, key for victory.
You have a road game with Madison, of course, the final home game of the regular season with Columbus East, obviously one of the best teams that faces, and then the sectional rematch after the bye. What about the rematch with Floyd Central? A tough loss. They were very physical. Some injuries that were involved in that game from BNL standpoint. So what about the rematch with Floyd Central?
Well, we're just going to have some younger guys step up in the position that people get hurt. Then the people who did play just learn from the stuff that happened last game and do your best.
What did you learn from that game?
Just learn we need to get more physical and not get down later in the game, and just keep fighting until we can win that game.
Guys, good luck with the rest of the regular season. We'll be right back with members of the Bedford North Lawrence boys tennis team after this.
The symbol of luxury. The symbol of performance. And the symbol of power. For the ultimate in sales and service, all signs point to Bedford Ford Lincoln Roush.
Welcome back to BNL Coaches Corner. We are joined now by members of the Bedford North Lawrence boys tennis team, coming off a 16-7 regular season record, the most wins in school history. Joined by Coach Donnie Thomas, who just finished his 10th season, and seniors Brant Callahan and Alex East. Guys, thanks for coming on the program. Coach, 30 wins over the last 2 years. What are the reasons for the program's improvement?
Well, kids for one thing, but as I've said before, we've had a lot of people helping coaches. When you can get 3-4 guys out there helping you every practice, you can just split the kids up, put them in 4 courts, and they just get a lot more time hitting the ball and get a lot more experience from people like David Graham, who's played a lot of tennis, and Cody's played soccer. I didn't play tennis myself, but I played softball. We all learned things from different sports, and it's just made a big improvement with just the extra help.
Also, the facilities. 10 courts now. Improved the lower courts where you play all your matches at. How has that helped the program as well?
Well, you can play the JV up on top at the same time you're playing the varsity. And, the courts are in good shape right now. And, you just get those kids out there playing. When you got 10 courts, people like to come play you.
What made this particular team successful?
Well, they just knew what they were doing. They went out there and they played every night, and you knew what you was going to get. And, I kept telling Cody, I said, I get this calm feeling when we're behind, and for some reason they came back the majority of the time this year, and it's just, they had the strokes, they knew what they were doing, and they went out and did it this year.
Brant, you played 2 sports, baseball. What made tennis special, and what got you involved in tennis?
Well, I started out in middle school, and really my parents, they didn't want me just to play baseball. They wanted me to play another sport, and don't like to run a whole lot, so marked cross country off and picked up the tennis racket and stuck with it.
You're the second athlete to disparage cross country in the last 2 weeks. Alex, setting a school record for the most wins, what did that mean as a senior? What did that mean to you?
Well, I meant everything. Last year I come off an injury, and this year I knew we were close to it, and I just wanted to gun for it and get it this year.
Now, obviously, you've only got one match under your control. Other people had to step up, but you formed a very good doubles combination with Corbin Bushy. What made you guys click together?
A lot of us hanging out outside of school, and we've always just kind of been good buddies on and off the tennis courts. So whether it be doing fun stuff at my house or hitting balls at each other's always good.
Brent, you're also a member of the IHSCA Student Advisory Committee for the second year, I believe.
Yes.
What is the purpose of that, and how are you involved in that?
With that, it's really just with the board of executives that the IHSA has. We're the student-led one, and we're the voice for the student athletes throughout the state of Indiana. So if there's a problem or something needs to be attained to, it comes up in our meetings, and we go for it and just try to improve student athletes.
Do you feel like the IHSA will listen to some of the problems or complaints that you bring up?
Definitely, because at our meetings there's board members, so they're right there with us in our meetings, and there's no divide between the board of executives and IHSA Student Advisory Committee. We're closely knitted group, and we can go with them to anything.
And you also get to attend local events like the state finals and hand out trophies and ribbons.
Yeah.
Alex, now that you're getting ready to depart the program, you've left it in good hands. What do you see the future of the BNL tennis program? It's not one of the programs that people think of, success at Bedford North Lawrence. Other sports come to mind immediately, but you guys have set the bar kind of high now.
I see further improvement. I mean, so far even though season just ended, I know 2 or 3 freshmen that have already stepped up and like, what can we do to improve? And will you get out and hit with us and give us lessons? And it's just, I see continual growth all the time.
Donnie, what about you? What about the future of the program now?
Well, we've got 17 kids this year. We're losing two good ones, and we've got, I think, 8 freshmen coming in that I think is going to play. And it makes the competition that much better. Used to, when I first started, the first couple of years, we had 10 players. One gets hurt, you got 7 varsity, and you got 2 on the JV. So the competition is what's making it really good right now.
Guys, thanks for coming into the program. We appreciate it. We also appreciate Pizza Hut as they're allowing us to record this each and every week here, and we want to thank them for that. And join us next week as we continue to highlight Bedford North Lawrence sports and highlight the teams and individuals in the school that represent the programs and the community. Until next week, thanks for watching.